In Elul, we are told that we're closer to God. I think this is an idea that's very prevalent, and it's the idea that we should do tshuva because in Elul we find the Hebrew month of the Jewish month of Elul we find ourselves closer to God. And now that is, in a sense, true, and I'll explain how it's true. But the idea that literally we're closer to God in Elul obviously makes no sense. God is not physical; we can't be closer to God, and God doesn't deal in time. So there can't be a time where God comes closer to us. What's this idea then that we're closer to God in Elul? How do we understand it in a rational way? The idea is that with Rosh Hashanah coming up and Yom Kippur coming up and the Aseret Yimei Tshuva, the 10 days of repentance coming up, and Shabbat Tshuva, when we're exhorted by our rabbis to do Teshuvah before Yom Kippur, we understand that it's becoming a more serious time. Sephardi Jews say Slichot throughout the entire month of Elul, as special prayers, getting them ready for the seriousness of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, these days that have, as the Rambam wrote, aim of a pachad, fear and trepidation to them. And that's the idea that if we get into the right mindset, then we find ourselves in our minds closer to God. And therefore, once we're in that mindset, it becomes easier to connect to God. That's the idea of being closer to God in the month of Elul. Not chas v'shalom thinking that God either approaches us or we approach God in some sort of physical way, or that there's some sort of timing issue, that God is more relatable during a certain time. That's not how it works. It's that we are able to understand things and be aware of things more based on the calendar and how serious we take it. Okay, shalom.